Hey everybody, this is Lykit, and this is The Grind. This is all the battles it took me to get to the Tier 4 Kaiser in the new Tier 3 German battleship, the Nassau. I'm going to show you every kill, every highlight, well, just all the kills, not every highlight, because there were some games I had where I didn't get any kills. But this is the first game right here, the battle results screen. 42,075 damage, got me a couple kills, knocked out that effective shooting mission. It's a great little ship. I'm really loving the Nassau, the German BBs. Only played a couple games in the Kaiser so far, and it's not a bad little ship either. Just good stuff coming from them Germans. Now this is my first game. Honestly, I'm really trying to see what this thing can do. I want to see what kind of punishment it can take. And obviously I got myself into one hell of a position here to take a lot of punishment. Got three Nassaus looking at me. I don't know if it's Nassau. I don't really care. If I offend anybody from Germany, sorry you lost the war, kids. Got a little Kohlberg over here backing up. Low health. I'll take some shots at it and try to steal a kill. I'm a greedy bastard. Why the hell not? And pow. That would be a kill. Now, I've got three choices next. The guy close to me obviously angled pretty good. The far guy angled pretty good, but that little monkey in the middle, now, he's not angled so well. So I choose, Pikachu, I choose you. Sorry for the Pokemon reference. Take a couple shots at him. Do okay damage, knock out a gun. Fuck his couch. He ain't got no gun to shoot back at me now. At least one. You see them little secondaries just popping off like crazy. I love these secondaries. They are so much fun. Kind of like a Mikasa that actually has some nuts to it. Here we go again. He's starting to move and shake a little bit, but you'll see, not enough. I'm taking enough punishment though, and my day is pretty much over here. But for a first battle, just trying to put him through his paces. Got a lot of secondary hits, a couple kills, 42,000 damage. I don't know if I ever got 40,000 damage in the South Carolina or the Karachi. Just garbage ships, but you got to play them to get up to the more fun stuff. My next battle, 44,582 damage. Got 46 shots on target, no kills, so you're not going to see nothing from that one. This is my next battle, 40,937 damage. Consistent damage all the way through every single one of these games. I got a kill, a couple citadels, a little capture point even. Because anytime I can steal free experience, I'm going to take it. I even got the bronze experience mission done, which gave me a little bit more XP. St. Louis was there and looking pretty, but that destroyer smoke covered him up and nothing I can do about that. And oh, look at this, just perfect to his name. The Phoenix, as he's rising from the ashes, just pops right out of that smoke, giving me full broadside. Now I'm taking a punishment. I'm not in a great position. Rest of my team feels like it's alright to kind of hide back there and let me take the brunt of it. I mean, I'm full broadside to that other Nassau, which is stupid, but again, this is my first few games in it. I'm just kind of brawling with it, feeling it out, trying to see what it can do. And kaplooey, knocked that Phoenix right down into the dirt. Little weak torpedo beats there. There's another DD, if you can see from the mini-map, there's my last position marker. He's the one that's going to get me with these torps coming in now. I didn't even look at him, didn't even try to dodge him. I just figured I was screwed and tried to get off another shot at this Nassau before I died. And I do, but bam. That was the end of my game here, but I got a couple more hits, did a little bit more damage, and my secondary's got another couple hits. So ended up with the 40,000 damage. Not going to complain too much about that one. It's a great, you know, I just haven't had this much fun playing a tier 3, you know, since like the St. Louis. The St. Louis, everybody loves the St. Louis, you know, maybe the Bogey, the Bogatyr. It's a lot of fun with the, you know, the dispersion on the Bogatyr is just ungodly. I mean, you can just, it's like you're sinking baskets all day long. I kept finding myself in some really bad positions, as you can see. You know, now I got good health here, but look at that dispersion. Look at that tight little group right in his kisser. You know, one overpen, one penetration, but those, I think the one shell made a hole and the other one went through it. So that's the only thing I can think of there. And bam, it's another kill racked up from Lykit. And then I'm just, you know, I'm not fast enough to really do a whole hell of a lot here. I'm not going to, you know, hit the gas and spin on a dime. So there wasn't a whole lot else I did in that one. Now this next battle, this was probably my best battle I had in it as far, you know, all in all. Got the gold, bronze, and the silver. Got my victory. 52,936 damage, 4 kills. But honestly, the 4 kills came pretty easy just from the situation that I was in, as you're about to see. Now you can see I'm the only one over here on this flank with 3 other cruisers. All the other battleships ran over to the safety and comfort of those islands. And I've got 3 lower tier cruisers here that are trying to poke at me. Poke, poke, poke. I was thinking about shooting that Novik, but I see that Kolberg, and I mean, that's just such a pretty broadside. I mean, it's just it's the better target. So I line up on him, take my shots. Shots look good. Bam. That's a kill. Taking shots from you know, guy in the middle. This Novik, he decides to come at me. Come at me, bro. What you got? Come at me, bro. That's what this Novik is doing here. And you know, right here, you got such a pretty little face. Why don't I just throw about half a dozen shells into it? Look at that dispersion. Tight group right in the kissa. You know, 9 out of 12 dermatologists agree that a very good ritual for skincare is to take 6 armor-piercing shells directly to your face at least once a day. So, I mean, I'm really just doing that Novik a favor by giving him such a nice face full of armor-piercing shells. Got a little Chester the Molester over here. He's not really doing a whole lot damage-wise. They're lighting me on fire, though. I mean, the little bastards lighting me on fire. I knock him pretty much out. Of course, I leave him on 4 health, because this is World of Warships. Why wouldn't I leave him on 4 health? Well, I just decided to let the secondaries take care of him. I'm not even going to look at him again, because I got a full health Bogatyr who's shooting HE at me. And now this Bogatyr is a funny little story in my opinion, because they're doing so good burning me down. I mean, you saw the health I was at when I first came over here, and now I'm all alone. It was just me and these couple of cruisers, and there's another Nassau over there. But my cruisers all ran away. And so it's just me and the Bogatyr. I put a great shot into him, citadel him, take him down basically half his hit points. And he switches to AP. This is something that really surprised me. You can see the damage. He's hurting me, but he's not doing near as much as he was when he was hitting me with that HE. I mean, again, you know, bam, bam, bam with that AP. You can hear it slamming into my armor, not doing a whole lot. I guess he thought with, you know, being in range, he could just do some more. But you can see I'm not really taking much damage. And he's giving me this beautiful broadside, and RN Jesus decides, I will not bless you. I will not bless you. Maybe he's upset with me for the, you know, dermatology joke I said earlier. I don't know. Maybe he's got a thing for Noviks with pretty faces. I do too. That's why I shot him full of AP. Just trying everything to just get this Bogatyr dead before he decides to get smart and switch back to HE and start burning me down, which, of course, he decides to do just that. Now he's switched back to HE. You can say already, bam, 2,488 points of damage I took there, and I'm on fire. And of course I can't repair. He never should have, if he wouldn't have switched from HE, he'd have had me. I'd have been dead. He runs into the border. This should be all she wrote right here. I mean, that would have made me happy, but you see that little, I channeled the Mikasa with that frickin' dispersion on that shot. Putting a couple more good shots into him, and I get the kill, but got a fire burn in 15 hell yet. But again, Bogatyr, you shouldn't have gone to the AP, brother. I understand what you were trying to do, but obviously it was a mistake. You could have had me killed and probably would have stayed alive and had that whole flank to yourself. Next game, a glorious defeat. Gold, bronze, silver experience mission. 59,920 damage, 2 kills, and a defeat. Because that's what happens when you have good games in World of Warships 9 times out of 10, it seems. The games you win, you do crap. The games you do wonderful in, you get your balls knocked around a little bit. Here's a nice little Nassau Dan, little heads-on Nassau versus Nassau brawling. He's coming into the cap. I'm defending the cap with all I have. He's angled into me. I'm angled into him. There's not a whole heck of a lot I can do here. I'm trying. I should have probably switched to HE, but I'm so used to only shooting AP in my battleships. I just don't like switching to HE. I just like to shoot AP. I figured maybe even with the close range, maybe I could still pen him. I was thinking maybe he was a Novik. Now you see I do some decent damage, 3,200 damage. He's coming back at me. Secondaries are going nuts. Sorry for the whole Michael J. Fox stuff. When I can upgrade my computer, oh, look at that Mikasa dispersion right there, just like parting the Red Sea. The aura of his ship made my shells turn and run. Gotta love that crap. Now, if he was shooting at me this whole time, I might have been in trouble, but you can see, I'm pretty sure those guns are either knocked out or he just doesn't even want to look at me. He thinks that I'm nothing. But you can see now they're turned towards me. Now he's decided to take a few shots at me. But it's a little too late, son. See, I didn't really even take hardly any damage in that whole engagement because he pretty much ignored me and just let me pepper him with shells over and over and over again. Now I'm getting a little bit of, shots from the Kohlberg. He's coming in here trying to rescue his buddy, I guess. Maybe push the cap. Maybe he's thinking cocky. Is he thinking cocky thoughts? He's probably thinking cocky thoughts. Looking at the team, they've got a huge ship advantage, huge point advantage. Again, like the sands through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives in World of Warships. I don't know, I've got one teammate way up there on the border, another one coming to rescue me, another one's kind of got my back, and we're just getting such a hard push now into our cap. There's just not a whole lot we can do about it. I'm fighting them off as best I can, but that, that HE spam is just burning me to pieces. It's the one thing about any battleship, cruisers. I don't care if you do got guns that might pen me, just burn us the hell down. It's consistent damage, and I'd take consistent damage over RNG any day. Kohlberg's just giving me hell. putting some decent shots into him. I'm getting some shots from the St. Louis back there. This is just not as ideal as I wanted. I figured I should have citadeled and killed this guy an hour ago, and it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't giving me the shot. A lot of my shots probably were going a little, you know, to the bow, and I needed to aim more towards the middle of the ship. That could have maybe made a difference. I don't know. And this is where my secondaries decide to kind of steal a kill from my main battery. I'm lining up the shot. I want it to work. I know I can just kill him with this last salvo. I almost got it lined up, and just as I pull that trigger, just bang, right there. See, I even pulled the trigger on it with one shot. I thought I had him, and I did. It's just my secondary stole the kill from my main batteries. So for the remainder of this match, my secondaries were making fun of my main batteries, going neener, neener, neener. Another glorious defeat, gold, bronze, and silver, 49,298 damage. Got a kill, 61 shots on target. Glorious, glorious defeat. This is late in the game, as you can tell, and I got two basically full health Nassaus on me, and I'm at, you know, low health. So I just said, screw it. This little Dresden's pew-pewing me to death with his little bullshit HE. So I just figured, line him up, knock him down. At least I got a kill out of this. I did a lot of damage in this game, put a lot of damage into the enemy team. We just didn't have it where we needed it. You know, I pushed into the cap and thought these other two guys were going to continue to engage my teammates, but they decided to turn right on around and defend their base with honor. So they got me. They got me good. And, you know, nothing else I can do about that one. It was a fun fight, though. Another victory here, 46,350. Only a few victories on my grind up to the Kaiser. I felt that I played well in most of the matches. Granted, a lot of the earlier ones, I was just putting myself into messes just to see what the ship can do. Just to see what kind of damage, what kind of punishment she could take, if she get pinned real easy. I mean, she takes a beating, but she's a tier 3 battleship. She's not gonna, you know, she's not just gonna bounce every shell under the sun here. This guy's coming in, taking some nice shots at him. Look at the dispersion. Look at how beautiful those little two shots are when they bounce and bounce. 3 bounces there. Beautiful dispersion. I really liked it. I liked watching those shells just beautifully fly straight towards the target and then fly off into outer space, never to be heard from again. Their little shell children going, where's mommy? Where's daddy? It's gone. They bounced. They bounced you on your own, kid. Some more shells in there. Kind of stole the kill, but you know, I've been battering it with him for longer than them other two guys, so fuck your couch. I'm gonna get my kills as best I can. That little joker ended up slipping this a little bit later. Slipped right behind the island on me. And now I get to be out here, you know, my one teammate's running from him, and I figure I'm gonna run to him. Let's have some fun. There's not a whole lot of support for him around here. I figure I've got 3 ships close enough to me that should be able to support me in one way, shape, or form or another. So I feel pretty safe charging in and brawling with this guy. He's still shooting at my retreating teammate. So I figure I'll take the heat. I'll run in here. I'll see what I can do. Take the heat off him. Start letting them secondaries open up. He's got shots in. That little jerk from behind the island, I guess, shot at me. He's showing me a nice broadside here. Look at that. See, sometimes these guns just want to act really good and just really fly in a tight little group. And other times it's like, we just decided to go full Mikasa on you, brother, and we ain't gonna be there for you, Mo. And I'm like, but guns, I need you to be here for me. And they're like, nah, dog, we got better things to do. So, it happens. Bouncing some shells, doing some damage, trying to get him killed. His buddy came out from behind the island. I know my days are numbered here. And this is one thing, you know, this little maneuver here, the turret arrangement, the layout here. This is what's so cool to me about the Nassau is, you know, you can see my other turrets reloading. But I've got two turrets on my other side that are ready to fire. And it's because of that that I end up even getting this kill without dying first. I had that extra turret ready to fire. I still have one more turret loaded. And of course he sets me on fire, as always. Last ditch fire set. If he wouldn't have set me on fire, there might have been a chance I could have run away from this guy enough and got a heal off and continued to live and fight another day. But as you can see, he's shooting HE2 and lights another fire on me, so there's just no chance. And a moment of silence for little Mo as he sinks to the bottom yet again. I don't even think I survived a single battle in this ship, but I don't really care. I have fun. Bronze and silver experience, 46,674 damage, a kill. You can see my damage was pretty consistent throughout the whole grind, man. I really was surprised at the damage output this ship was capable of. I mean, she throws it out. She just throws it out there. That fast reload. Now I had enough doubloons to buy a 3-point captain for her. I never got the Turbits or the Scharnhorst, so I didn't have a pre-decked out captain for her. But I did go ahead and I got basics of survivability and the expert marksman, the one that speeds up your turrets a little bit, because the one thing you'll notice on a lot of these lower tier German BBs is they do have kind of slow, pretty slow, not as bad as the Japanese, but still slow turrets. So you want to, I thought it was a good choice over Last Stand. Even though I love Last Stand, that's probably my go-to for every second point. I'm going to try a little bit different with my German battleship captain. I'm going to go ahead and get Superintendent. There's a nice salvo on old Jeebus the Third. I wonder what happened to Jeebus the First and Second. I think he's sporting that Gamescon armor too, so I don't know if this guy's got money or just, you know, I personally wouldn't spend a whole lot of extra money on a ship I'm only going to play. Bam, another good salvo. I'm only going to play for, you know, half a dozen so games. My premium expired. I'm kind of broke. I'm a loser without a job right now, so there's not a whole lot I could do about getting premium back up, which would have made this grind probably a whole heck of a lot faster. It still only took me 12 games. It wasn't hellacious. The queue times of 2-3 minutes, they were a little annoying, but you know, it's launch day. It's a new line. Everybody wants some. What are you going to do? Now, Jeebus is charging me pretty hard. I'm charging him pretty hard. And right about here, I realize that old Jeebus III has decided to do what many have tried in the past, and few have succeeded. And that is to ram Lykit, because with my WASD hacks, my cat-like reflexes, even in a slow, fat battleship, I can avoid even the most cunning of attempted rammers. And as Jeebus is right now about to see, whoop whoop whoop, no sir, no sir, not today. I say hell no to you, Jeebus. You get no. You get no ram. There is no ram for you here. You can try somewhere else. Try a mountainside with the goats. You might find a ram there. Not going to find a ram here today. Thank you. And moving on. This one I ain't going to show anything from. A lot of secondary hits, couple fires, but as you can see, I pretty much choked a chicken in this one. 26,901, probably the lowest damage I think I did all day in my grind. Another glorious defeat without a kill. 60,000 damage, gold, bronze, silver, 738 experience in a defeat. I wish I could have gotten a kill and a victory for that one. And that brings us to the last game I played in the Nassau. Gold, bronze, and silver, 64,594 damage, 2 kills, one little instant karma for me. I'll show you that here in a second. Couple fires, 12 secondary. You know, those secondaries are pretty nasty. Apparently, most the German, all the German battleships have got these nasty secondaries. So I'm going to try to go full secondary build on my battleship once I start getting some points going with my El Capitano. Now this is greed. Now you see the salvo. I see the salvo take most all the health from this Kohlberg. You see the little mountain icon. My turrets are all blocked by the mountain, but I get greedy and I'm like, oh, maybe just one will clear and I can get this. And sure enough, look at that one lonely little shell flying off towards the target. And I get there first and steal the kill. Well, that's Lykit. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to take him. You got to take him. I was greedy. I took the shot. I probably should have waited. But if I'd have waited, I wouldn't have got the kill. One little shell cleared that mountain. Mr. Gunslinger here, you're going to see him a little bit later. He is really comfy. He's spent pretty much the whole game coming in and out of that little cozy broadside protecting islands there. And this here, guys, this is the instant karma for me. For stealing that kill, we get to see the luckiest little shit Kohlberg on the face of the frickin' earth. Because I stole the kill on the other one, somebody's going to get to steal the kill on this one for me because of this little lucky bastard. See, I got some nice shots going his way. And you see, the first salvo doesn't do a whole lot, but I got nice tight dispersion on that second salvo and got a nice hit on him. Got a citadel and an overpen. Took out most of his health just with that right there. Most of what he had left. And I'm reloading, nice fast reload on these guns. It's so fun. So much fun. He's running away. He decides, I don't want none of this. Throw out some more shots at him. Bam. Of course, why wouldn't I leave him at 368 damage as he just slips out of my range. 10.1 range, and he just slips right out to go away. and somebody else will get that kill. And again, karma's a bitch, Mo. I know. Mr. Gunslinger has come out of his little cubby hole. He won't stay out for an incredibly large amount of time. He feels really safe and happy in his little cubby hole with both of his broadsides protected by those beautiful islands. His buddy's giving me a nice broadside, though. I like them broadsides. I like them a lot. A nice dispersion. That looks like a good salvo. And it is. About 10k damage. 4 hits and 1 overpen. I mean, you can't cry with that, right? I'm backing up. I know I'm usually a pretty aggressive guy here, but you can see there's what, Legothus or whatever. He's up there. Got Gunslinger and his other buddy, Big Scorcho, and our last spotter to the west there in those islands that our little DD died. So I know there's at least 2-3 other ships over there, or at least one. And as you can see, Gunslinger sees us, sees my team finally coming out of the islands and making a little bit of a push. He decides to hit reverse, and he's no longer happy being out in the open. He wants to go back into his little cubby hole. He wants to live his safe little life, surrounded by the warm embrace of those islands. And I'm taking shots at him. He's angled. I'm just not happy with the damage I'm doing. I'm not getting any damage. I mean, you can see there, I got a hit, it says, and an overpen, but I didn't see my damage counter go up. I didn't see his health go down. So I call bullshit on that hit, Wargaming. How can I have a hit on target, but no damage? So I call bullshit on you, Mr. Wargaming executive people, whoever thou art. And again, a bounce, so I switched to HE here. I figure I'm not getting it done with AP at this range. Nothing's really happening for me. Might as well switch to old HE and go for, the guaranteed damage. I think this is the only time in all 12 games I ever shot HE, honestly. I love AP in my battleships. I don't like to shoot HE. It feels dirty. It feels wrong. It feels as though it shouldn't be done in that manner. I did a little bit of damage to him, and we got another salvo coming up here, and he's tucking backing away into his little cozy little island home. And I get a good HE salvo on him. Light 2 fires. Come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah, you know you like my singing. That'll be an extra charge for any karaoke services. You see, my teammate took a good shot at him, and unfortunately my fires are going to burn him down. And that's the last kill I got in the Nassau. Bottom line is a great ship, a lot of fun, good stuff, best tier 3 by far. Here's a little screen of my final stats. You can see I averaged 47,000 per game, 753 average, got 16 kills in it. Great stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. This is Mo Lykit, wishing you a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you get nothing but the best.